First question will be the same for as Kandil. The last game in Netanya was very difficult, very strange, a lot of miss balls during the game for you and also for Netanya. Do you anticipate that they will try to do the same thing also for Saturday?
I think they will play their style because they are always playing with the same intensity, with the same style, but it's true that that game wasn't good for us, but in the other hand, when we played against them at home, the game was much better for us. It was different, and I think now we are more confident with the ball. We've improved without the ball, and I think this is the way to keep going and to keep improving. And for me, the most important thing is that we are now better team than we were 2 months ago.
For the last time, Ofir Davidzada wasn't able to play. You tried Saborit as the left back. From what I understand, it will not be the same thing for Saturday. You will try Geraldes or Kandil. Do you feel that they are capable to do a left defender job?
I have a lot of options. I have Sabo, I have Geraldes, I have Kandil. I can put the line of 5 and to use Cohen or Matan, or so I have a lot of chances to change. But again, we need to think really well. But the main thing again is to keep improving and now knowing each other much better than we knew in the past. To change the shape, to change the system is not a problem because, again, we are more confident with and without the ball.
When you finish the first round of the playoffs as the only team that didn't lost a game, what does it say to you as the coach of Maccabi Tel Aviv about your team and about your season, half season?
When you are unbeaten, it's because you are doing something well, but this is not enough because one thing is to be unbeaten and another thing is to win games, and we are here to win those games. But it's true that the improvement is there, but we've done nothing. So it's just to keep growing, to keep improving, and to think that we have I don't know how many games in front of us to have to win every single game.
I'm sure that you watched the game of Beersheva against the game of Netanya against Beersheva. You gave compliments, I remember, to Netanya also after they lose to Maccabi Haifa. If you see the game, of course, the statistics was that Netanya committed 29 fouls against Beersheva, and Beersheva made only 7 fouls. So they are a very aggressive team, especially at home. What do you expect from your team? Because when you go away game like this, it's hard game, of course.
It's the same, but against Netanya and against every single team. As at least you need to play with the same intensity as the opponent, and then when you are better with the ball, to show that you are better. But it's not against Netanya again. We need to approach the games with the highest intensity as possible, because in the modern football, if you don't play with intensity, you don't have any chance to win games. And even playing against a team like Netanya is going to be more important. But again, it's not about how intense they are, it's about us and how good we are.
Every time we thought something good is going to happen to Maccabi this season, it comes the next game, and Maccabi lost points. Even after you won, if you remember, the 3-0 against Maccabi Haifa, after that came the derby, the game against Sachin at home that you lost points in Bloomfield. And also this week against Ashdod, after you come from big win in Turner in Beersheva, to finish only with a draw and to lose 2 points again at home. What is the story of this team this season? What is the problem? Why there is no win after win after win? At least 4 or 5 wins in a row.
Because it's the aim of every single team to win games. But it's true that if the more I analyze the last game against Ashdod and the more I analyze the first game that I was here against Ashdod, we played much better the last game than the first game. And the first game we won 3-0, and the last game we couldn't win. So again, for me as a coach, it's important to win games, But to win games, you need to improve, and the team has improved. So the better you play with the ball, the more organized you are without the ball, the more games we will win. So now it's a matter of time, and the team is improving. We are, again, unbeaten, but it's not enough. And it's just to think that we have to win every single game.
I'm sure that you are not follow of what it's written and what it say on television, but I want to ask about something that was after the last game. One person on the television that is a football player, former football player, he say, how come that how Maccabi can win if Karaanka take out Jovanovic and Dan Beaton? I mean, during the game against Ashdod. For me, they didn't play good against Ashdod, so it's okay. I mean, for I believe also for us that it's sitting next to me. But if you can explain what did you do in this game with the substitution of Joel and Dan Beaton?
I'm not gonna explain anything because I can't be explaining every single thing that someone is telling on TV. I work with the players, I know the players, I know how tired they are, I know what the team needs in every single moment, so it's impossible to explain to everybody why I'm taking the decision. The main thing for me is that the team is improving, and when we are winning, everybody's top, and when we are losing, it's because this one is not playing, this other one is not in the squad, so I have to take decisions, and I am here to take decisions.
I have another question about the game against Ashdod, because we spoke with you in the last month and a half about Dan Beaton and what he's giving the team when he's on the field. And you guys scored 4 goals from set pieces or corners with Dan Beaton on the field. Then came the game against Ashdod, and he took only 1 corner from the 9 that you had. Why the change? Why change the kicker when you have someone who is giving you numbers? And we saw Kanikovsky, most of the corners, one of them was Ilya. Why not Dan Beaton always?
Because I think when Ilya was on the pitch, Beaton wasn't on the pitch. And before, because we train every single day, I don't know how many different options in corners, and the players are who decide what the corner are gonna do in that moment. So I'm not telling them each corner what they have to do. So we train 4, 5, 6 different corners, and then they decide in the moment that they think is better. So it's not something that I am telling them you have to do this or you have to do that. We gave them all of the situations, and they decide on the pitch.
And when you go to the day after and you see the game and you see 9 corners that were not getting any chances, the 2 that were getting chances was the one Beaton got to the head of Jovanovic and Ilya corner to Golasa. The other 7 corners was nothing. What do you say them after that in training?
I didn't tell them anything because I knew why Dan Beaton didn't take the corner, so I don't need to tell them anything.
And there is another one I want to ask you about last week. How do you feel as a person that's been through a lot of things in football, that you sit here and one of the reporters is asking Dan Glazer if you should stay the coach of Maccabi Tel Aviv in front of you?
Sorry?
When one of the reporters asked Dan Glazer last week on the press conference if you should continue as a coach, and you are sitting here in the room and you hear this question, how do you feel with that situation? Maybe do you feel someone is disrespecting you as a professional, asking the player beside you if you should be the coach?
No, it's your job, but you know, I can't say anything about that. You are asking the questions, and I have to respect everything, and I have to work and to try to win games. That is my aim.
In your heart, you still believe there is a chance to take the champion?
I'm thinking about winning tomorrow on Saturday, and then the following game, and then the following game, and to keep progressing and to keep improving. So again, the team is better now, better mentality, better atmosphere, which is important to build, and then winning the following game is the main aim for me.